What if I told you that in 2025, Flint, Michigan is still feeling the aftershocks of one of the biggest man-made disasters in U.S. history? Yep, you heard that right. Even though it's been over a decade since the first headlines screamed about poisoned tap water, the story isn't over, not for the people who live there every day. By the end of this video, you'll see how Flint's water crisis was technically solved and why so many families are still paying the price. Grab your best water bottle, maybe one that's certified lead-free, and let's dive in. All right, quick history class. No quizzes, I promise. Back in 2014, in a move to save money, Flint switched its water supply to the Flint River without properly treating it. Spoiler alert, it went about as well as microwaving tinfoil. Residents noticed the water looked weird, smelled funky, and tasted like it had been filtered through a tire. Tests later confirmed dangerously high levels of lead, especially scary for kids because lead exposure isn't something you just walk off. By 2016, the world was watching.
Months of news about brown water, contaminated water with bacteria, and
Federal emergencies were declared, bottles of water were handed out like candy, and officials scrambled to save face. And here we are in 2025 asking, is Flint finally okay? Fast forward to today, the city has replaced nearly all of the old lead pipes. New water systems are up and running. State and federal money has poured in to fix what should never have been broken in the first place. So, on paper, Flint's water meets federal standards now. The problem? Trust doesn't flow through pipes. Most people still don't drink from their taps without hesitation. Bottled water is practically a household staple, and many residents still spend extra on filters, purifiers, or just plain old gallons from the store. And honestly, after everything they've been through, can you blame them? Here's where it gets inspiring. Instead of waiting around for some magical fix, Flint's residents rolled up their sleeves and got to work. Local leaders organized education campaigns, handed out water testing kits, and started community gardens, because if you can't trust your water, you sure as heck are gonna grow your own tomatoes. Kids who grew up with the crisis are now young adults, leading advocacy groups and fighting for cleaner, safer neighborhoods. Talk about turning pain into power. Let's nerd out for a second. Thanks to improved monitoring, Flint's water now passes the EPA's LEED standards in most areas. But it's still not consistent, and mostly safe doesn't exactly sound comforting when you're filling a baby's bottle. Dr. Mona, who basically put her career on the line back in 2015 to expose the truth, hasn't stopped fighting. She's still pushing for regular testing, school health programs, and long-term support for lead-affected kids. Because here's the ugly truth. Lead exposure doesn't just go away. It affects brain development, school performance, and health for years, even generations. Now, you know we couldn't get through this without talking politics. Governor Gretchen Whitmer made Flint's recovery a centerpiece of her administration, and millions have been funneled into infrastructure and education. But if you ask Flint families, many feel like they're still stuck on a very slow-moving train. Promises are easy. Trust? Not so much. And lawsuits? Still working their way through the courts? Thanks to social media, Flint's story hasn't faded into the background. TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter are full of activists reminding the world that the fight isn't over. Mari, who first became a national figure back when she was just 8 years old, is still rallying support today. She's proof that one voice, even a small one, can shake mountains. So what's the future for Flint? Experts say the city could become a national example, not just of survival, but of how you rebuild trust, fix systems, and put people first. If we pay attention. If we keep the pressure on. If we don't let it happen again somewhere else. Stay informed, stay loud, and keep Flint's story from becoming just another dusty headline. Thanks for watching. And hey, tonight, maybe pour yourself a glass of water. And be grateful it's safe without a second thought.